Welcome. I'm Liz Jennings. This is CareerForce and More with CareerForce Minnesota. This is actually, I think I've got the wrong slides. This is session 4. In the series, we're going to be inviting uh, our representatives from veterans, vocational rehabilitation, and workforce strategy consultants to join us today to talk more about their teams. In this series, we cover small bits of information about our CareerForce system so that you get the information that you need to improve your hiring and retention, your talent attraction, and get connected with people throughout the state who can help you get there. So glad to have all of you. Just a reminder that this information is always posted on our website at careerforcemn.com/careerforce more employers. I'll put it in the chat so that you can always get the links and share the links with your colleagues. My email is here, liz.jennings@state.mn.us. Please let me know if you have a topic that you have in mind. Do you have a question? Do you want to meet with any of us? Is there someone that I can connect you or some information that I can connect you to? Feel free to email me or the CareerForce information line, and we are more than happy to help you. So my first guest today is Shannon Sprouse of the Veterans Employment Team. Veterans are here to help you connect with their job seekers and their spouses and families. Shannon, take it away, over to you, and you can share your screen.
Thank you, Liz. Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon Sprouse. As Liz mentioned, I'm with the Veterans Employment Program with Indeed. And our job is really to kind of bridge the gap between veterans that are looking for meaningful employment and the companies that are out there wanting to hire them. I just want to remind everybody that hiring veterans isn't goodwill, it's good business. So with that, I will share my screen and show you how you can make sure that you're able to always get in touch with us and find our resources. All right, Liz, you see this?
Yeah.
All right, great. So most of you should be aware of the main page, careerforcemn.com. As you notice from here, there's a couple of different places for you to navigate to. We have a section just for career seekers and for employers. So obviously for this case, we want to take you here. Just click on for employers. It's a pretty simple menu right here to find all of these special resources that we're talking about today. You click on tailored resources. Here you go. Some additional resources here to find us. And you can just click right on veterans resources. And this is where you can find all of the content that you really need. And the most important thing is to be able to access us. So if you can go from here and click on find your vet rep, it's all broken down by region, as well as county. So you've got our email addresses, cell phones, office numbers. You can call us anytime. This is what we do. Everybody on here, we're all part of the same group. We do the same work. We're all veterans as well. And we just look for the opportunity to be able to connect with employers to not just be a resource for you to talk about hiring veterans, but also to ensure that, sorry, I'm trying to navigate back. Also to ensure that the veteran community is aware of your job leads. So we regularly push out your job leads out to our veteran network with the hope that we're going to get some responses, some interested candidates, and we refer them back to your recruiter or hiring manager to ensure that we're able to provide that connection. That's really a main point of it, but we also keep you in the know of all of our events that we have coming up. We have in-person career fairs, we have virtual events, and we're always just there to be able to help employers connect with veterans. We're not just connected to veterans within our local areas, we're also connected to other agencies and nonprofits. So yeah, this is a great resource for you. If you ever forget how to navigate to it, you can always just go to careerforcemn.com/veterans. You can see up at the top, super simple, just /veterans. Again, it's broken down into two parts: resources for vets, resources for employers. Also, you'll find in here an employer guide to hiring veterans, as well as information on tax credits. But if you have any questions, just always feel free to reach out to us. You can, again, find our information right here at the Find Your Veterans Employment Representative. Find us, reach out, and we're happy to connect. That's about all I've got, Liz.
You know, I've got a question for you, Shannon. Every once in a while, I'll hear that the veterans are having a job fair. How do employers find out about that? Is it only for certain employers, or tell us more about how that works?
Yeah, sure. So with the career fairs, when we have them, we typically open registration up to our yellow ribbon employers first. Now, a yellow ribbon employer is a company that has gone well above and beyond supporting veterans within their organization and within their community. And they get this very specific distinction of being a yellow ribbon company. So as such, they always get first option to select their booths at our events. Then after that, it's companies that we have personal connections with, that we have worked with, that we have referred vets to. And then beyond that, we open up registration for those types of events to all employers across the state. So it's really a good idea to be connected to us, because the more connected to us you are, the more you get that preferred registration and things like that within our events. Yeah.
You know, and then what extent does a company need to create a veterans program within their company, like a employee resource group, or can you help them with that? How do they become a veterans employer of choice?
So there's so many different things that you can do to be able to support your vets. Having an employee resource group specifically for veterans and veterans family members, or not just veterans, but currently serving those in the National Guard and the reserves, but also their family members, because their loved ones still get deployed, and those loved ones that are left behind, they still need support. There are other programs like Hire Our Heroes. That's a group that you can be a part of. All of us vet reps can help to talk to you about different ways that you can recognize and support the veterans within your organization. So you don't necessarily have to go through all of the steps to become a yellow ribbon employer to be able to provide support to veterans family members within your organization, as well as your local community. But each one of us vet reps can help to teach you and show you different ways that you can do that.
Great, thank you. Yeah, because we know that retention helps with attraction. And so that's good. So yeah, everyone on the call, I really recommend connecting with all of the local veterans employment representatives. We call them leavers. Shannon can help you get connected to the person. And I'll put the link to meet your regional team in the chat. And that's another portal into connecting with the team. So thank you very much, Shannon, for representing you and your colleagues today. Next, I'd like to invite Maureen McAvoy, who's with Vocational Rehabilitation Services. I will be sharing her screen here. And Maureen, are you there? She was joining by phone today. Let me see. Okay, try it again, Maureen.
Okay,
Unmuted
can
her.
you hear me, Liz?
There we go. Yep, you're unmuted
Okay.
now.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing my screen. My apologies. I had software updates and it's loading and it's only 50% loaded, so I'm so sorry. I've been at this for 15 minutes, but we'll get started. I'm sorry I'm at a disadvantage. I can't see your screen. Is the PowerPoint up, Liz?
Yep, it's the header slide with the deed VRS.
Okay, thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. I am Maureen McAvoy. I'm a program specialist in placement with Deed Vocational Rehabilitation Services. And last year, VRS celebrated our 100th anniversary of providing services to businesses and job seekers with disabilities. Our agency works with businesses to help them with recruiting, hiring, retaining qualified people with disabilities. So next slide. And Vocational Rehabilitation Services has about 50 offices throughout the state. The talent pool that we work with ranges from entry-level job seekers to experienced professionals in all career fields. And we also work with individuals with all different types of disabilities. In addition, we do have a vocational counselor in every high school in the whole state of Minnesota to help students as they prepare for and engage in training. Next slide. So in addition to helping businesses with their recruitment needs, we also provide consultation, information, and resources about hiring, retaining people with disabilities, promoting people, and we would love to help you out with any of those, in any of those areas as well. You can also find some really great information on the CareerForce website about disability resources, and as well as our contact information for myself and the other employment specialists throughout the state. So would like to take a quick look now. And I guess I have screenshots, Liz, here. I'm sorry they're not live links here today, but at least you can see the screenshots. And this is the Disability Resources page. You'd find it under Employers, for Employers, and then using the right navigation, Tailored Resources, and the third drop down is Disability. And you'll see about 5 topic areas here, and I won't have time to go through each one, but there's some great information on here about the benefits of hiring people with disabilities, improved productivity, high levels of loyalty, opening new markets, how to get help hiring people with disabilities. And then the next one is, I believe that one, the next slide, is that workplace accommodations?
Yes.
Okay. This one I really like, you know, creating a welcoming workplace. There's some great information about Americans with Disability Act and the reasonable accommodations in the workplace. And if you go to the next slide, Liz, I really like to point out this section down closer to the bottom there, the Job Accommodation Network, or JAN. If you're not familiar with JAN, it's an excellent resource for businesses. It's a national resource. It's fabulous. It's absolutely free. And if you have any questions about reasonable accommodations for either applicants or your existing employees, new employees, it's a great place to go. They also have an Ask Jan feature for your specific questions and a live chat. So really encourage you to check that out as a wonderful resource. And then next slide. We wanted to point out some new training that we have for employers. It's called Bite-Sized Learning Modules, and we're really excited about this. It's pretty brand new, and we call them Bite-Sized Learning because they are very short little training modules that you can use with your teams, maybe during a lunch and learn or a team meeting or team huddle. There is a video for each module. We have 5 right now, and I'll take a quick look at those in a minute. There's a video for each module, about 20 minutes long, and then some takeaway questions that you can use to review with your teams. Next slide, please. So we'll go through these, just show you the titles here about disability and the Americans with Disability Act, and then recognizing and implementing requests for accommodations. And then next slide, please. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading this on my screen. My apologies here. I can't read what the 3 and 4 ones are, but you'll see there inclusive communication,
Right.
and then mental health as number 5. And so really kind of a nice array. We do plan to be adding to these, so you might want to check back from time to time if there are new modules on there. And then the next slide is down at the bottom, you'll see contact and employment specialists. I won't go through all those today, but we do have employment specialists in different regions throughout the state of Minnesota, as well as a specialized deaf and hard of hearing unit and our DEED sister agency, State Services for the Blind. So if you have any questions, I'd encourage you to go on there and find your regional contact, or you can always just feel free to reach out to me directly and I'll make any connections or help you out myself. So that's what I have today. Again, I apologize for this kind of way we had to do this, but I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
You know, Maureen, your last slide says, remember that 1 in 4 people have a disability. Can you just talk a little bit about the why? You know, why is this so important with, you know, so many people having a documented disability?
Yeah, thank you, Liz. You know, most people don't realize that in the United States, 25% of people have a diagnosable disability. And so it impacts us everywhere, including your workplace. The other reason we like this slide is you'll see 5 people standing in the middle. And we talk a lot about non-visible disabilities. Most disabilities are not visible. So, we really can't tell who may or may not have a disability. And I think when it comes to employment, that's why it's important to make sure everybody, with disability or not, has the tools and resources they need to be successful on the job.
Right. Thank you. And thanks for being here. Yeah, this is important information. Everyone on the call, I've put some of the links into the chat, and let me know. I can connect you with Maureen or someone else from her team, depending on the region of the state that you're in. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Jackie Buck, who is Director of the Workforce Strategy Consultant Team.
Thank you, Liz. I think my video is coming on now, and I am going to attempt here to share my screen. So see if it, as I clicked on it, let's see if it comes up. Looks like it's there, Liz?
Yep, yes, it is.
Okay. Well, thank you all for inviting me and for letting me share a few little nuggets about our workforce strategy consultant team that I lead. We work with businesses all over the state of Minnesota, and we work on talent attraction and talent retention strategies with our businesses. We know that as you're all on this call, everyone is facing such a tight labor market today and are being challenged to think and act very creatively around attracting talent and developing your own talent, and how do you retain that talent, because it's so hard to actually attract them. When CareerForceMN.com was developed, much of the initial content about attraction, development, and retention was actually written by members of our team. And so we're really excited to be able to have this as a great resource to each of you as employers. When we look at it, you'll find out under attract talent, It will give you ideas and ways, for example, to be a talent magnet. What are some of the things that other employers are doing? And we use this as a venue to share best practices. Also, what are some of the things that are really important? I just got off the phone yesterday with an employer, and he was talking with me about culture. He said, I hear so much about culture. What does that mean? And there are things on here that you can find out about inclusivity and how can you create a positive workplace culture that positively impacts your environment and sends a message out to the community that you're an employer of choice or a good place to work. You can see on here, not only does it have things about attracting talent, becoming an employer of choice, and developing talent, which talks about a lot of different training opportunities. But it also goes into CareerForce is here to support your success. It shows you how to create your CareerForce account and how to meet your regional team, which is what I'm going to just take us over to right now. And where Shannon spoke about the veterans specialist or the veterans outreach team, you can also use this page to look at experienced specialists who are ready to help, depending on where your business is located throughout the state. So for example, if you are in the central region, for example, which is right in the center of the state and north of the 7-county metro area, it will give you a little recap of the area, the jobs in the area, and it will also share on the one side is who your regional team is. And in my case, our team member is Della Ludwig, who represents the central region. It has her contact information, her phone number, and how to reach her. And as the previous speaker, Maureen, spoke about, she is the regional representative from VRS in her in this region as well. We also have labor market analysts, individuals who work on a rapid response team who work with layoff aversion, and our business development team, which is economic development folks who can help businesses, as well as our veterans employment. So we really encourage you to use this to find the resources that are most valuable to you. Our workforce strategy consultant team works with you on through one-to-one business consulting on talent attraction and talent retention strategies. And in many cases, we can help you as a business be that single point of contact and connect you with all of these other teams and resources. If you're looking for just a lot of general knowledge and you say, I just don't know where to start, you certainly can connect with one of our strategists, and they can put you in contact, whether it's VRS, SSB, CareerForce, Liz Jennings. There's just so many different deed supports to help employers attract, retain, and develop talent. And I think I am getting very close to my time. So I just encourage you to set up an account on careerforcemn.com and get started and use all the resources and the blogs and all the information that can help you in your search for new talent.
Thank you. You know, the other question is, Jackie, sometimes employers are interested in getting connected to career pathway programs, or they are interested in connecting with a high school or a college program. Can you talk a little bit more about some of the connections that your team members have to those?
Sure. Yeah. Again, I would encourage you to, just reach out to the workforce strategy consultants, because many of them are looking at building talent pipelines within certain sectors. And one of those sectors right now that everybody is very focused on is our youth, because they are the future of the workforce. So our team works very closely with high school principals, with counselors, with superintendents to bring like on-the-job training opportunities to our high school students and work with our businesses and getting our businesses involved in those high schools. So I hope that helps a little bit. We also have career pathway programs with our schools, high schools, technical colleges, and our colleges, along with our deed partners in employment and training.
Great. Yeah, and don't forget Workforce Wednesdays, a monthly webinar that Jackie's team produces. They're fantastic, fantastic conversations.
Thank you, Liz. I had that on my notes and I forgot to mention it. So They're all recorded. They're on the Deed YouTube channel. First Wednesday of the month, 11 o'clock. And it is an opportunity for employers throughout the state to share some of their best secrets, their best stories about attracting and retaining talent that you as an employer may be able to replicate in your arena.
Great, thank you. Thank you to veterans of vocational rehabilitation, workforce strategy consultants, employers and recruiters on this call. I hope that this gives you a little bit more information that you can connect with some of these teams that can help you get into a different place in your hiring. So please be in touch with all of them and, me or the help desk. And next week, we will have someone from Labor Market Information Team on and perhaps another guest around business development. We'll be having a little bit more information about that. So hope to see you next week and take care. Thank you.